always scary when you say that person that leading the introduction. In January, we started a series, and we started with a kind of overview of what happened between 1963 to 2013, some of the movements that have been influential in the United States and worldwide. I wanted to do this series based on the fact that January 1st, 2013 was the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, leading forward until today, until 2013. To see where we are as a country. Are we moving forward? Staying still? Or are we moving backwards? That's debatable, so that's why we're here to talk about it. So, I'm not going to talk a lot. I want to start with a clip from one of our featured panelists tonight. This is John Perdew. John Perdew was a graduate of South High School and also Harvard University, but he felt that his life wasn't being fulfilled at Harvard to begin with. He left and went to Georgia to register people to vote, was arrested, thrown in jail, just like any other trying to get people to vote criminal. So this is a little excerpt from a play that was written about him, based on his memoirs called Education of a Harvard Guy. And I think his book is going to be available. Phyllis, is that correct? His book is available tonight to purchase afterwards. And there's a few CDs. I adapted this play that you're going to see to a radio drama too. I have like 5 CDs at the back too for sale at the end. So make sure you grab one before you leave. Allison, please. Education of a Harvard Guy.
Of these, we ate our fill. Except for food, we ate hardly. Maybe I should have stayed at Harvard. Harvard, the place where leaders of tomorrow are trained. Being accepted there was like a dream fulfilled. The campus seemed like hallowed ground when I first went there in September 1960. Every corner, every building seemed to hold 1,000 famous ghosts. Early American history is full of Harvard men and their words and deeds. In those days, Harvard was a heady mixture of wealth and talent, pedigree, and accomplishment. Last names made famous by their forebears walked the campus. Kennedy, Rockefeller, DuPont. Famous last names to be walked in step. Just from my class came Michael Crichton, author of Jurassic Park. Gary Zukov, author of Seat of the Soul. He was in my government class. My friend Charlie Romer, former governor of Louisiana. Steve Roberts, editor of U.S. News and World Report magazine, and husband of Cokie Roberts. Steve wrote a lot of stories about me and my struggles in Southwest Georgia while he was at Harvard. My longtime friend, Jeff Robinson, with whom I listened to hours of Louis Armstrong, Lionel Hampton, Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms. I nearly forgot. Peter Delisavoy, SNCC Peace Prize, and Georgia Jailbird. John Perdew, ditto. When I was a junior, my friend John Hartman told me about an exciting experience he had had in Cambridge, Maryland. He had participated in a civil rights demonstration with SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and had spent 1 hour in jail. I wrote the SNCC headquarters in Atlanta and asked if I could spend the summer in the South. I was told to report to Quinonea Farms outside of Americus in mid-June 1963. I was joined by 2 other Harvard students, Pete Delisavoy of Evanston, Illinois, and Claude Weaver of Atlanta. We all piled into my red 1956 Ford and headed south. As we crossed the Mason-Dixon line, the atmosphere began to change. One of our first stops was at Lexington, North Carolina, where we were denied service at a Howard Johnson.